Hello and welcome back to another edition of Michelle McKay Yoga. It's the holidays and many of us are running around and traveling and reacquainting with family members that we haven't seen in maybe 2 years due to the pandemic. So we've got a lot going on. So I thought we'd do something to slow down. So let's calm our nervous systems to prepare ourselves for holiday gathering, shopping, post office, doing all of those things that we have to do. But let's take a breath. Let's take a breath. And if you're new to yoga, this would be a good way to start because we're going to be super mellow and take time to take care of you, whether it's doing a little bit of yoga, maybe getting a facial, maybe getting your nails done, maybe getting some manscaping, maybe going for a walk. Whatever you need to do to calm down, do that. Join me for a little bit of yoga today. So we're going to start seated. However, if you've never done yoga, the best way to start yoga is by laying on your backs. So you could join me laying on your backs. I happen to be sitting on a block in between my feet because it helps me to get a little bit more lift. But for many of us, sitting is difficult, right? So the most accessible way to begin yoga is by laying on your backs. And then allow your arms to relax. So if you're reclined, your arms can relax by the sides of your body. If you're seated, you can have your hands rest on your thighs. Palms facing up tends to be more energizing. Palms facing down tends to be more grounding. So gauge your energy level today in this moment. And do you need more energy or do you need to be more grounded? Remember, we want to focus on slowing down for this round. Relax the muscles of your face, relax your jaw. And see if you can begin to breathe in and out through your nose. We call that sort of breathing Ujjayi breathing. There's a slight constriction of the throat. The breath takes on a little bit of an audible quality. And you can hear the sound of your own breathing. Now, if for some reason that sort of breathing doesn't work for you, see if you can breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Maintain the lift of the heart in the chest, whether you're reclined or sitting up. But try to keep the openness across your chest. Really relax the muscles of your face, relax your jaw. And then see if you can start to stretch and extend your breath. So can you breathe in a little bit longer and then pause? Breathe out a little bit longer and then pause. And then envision your lungs and envision that you can fill your lungs with your breath. You're breathing into the fronts, the backs, and the sides of your body. And try to use, to the best of your ability, the full capacity of your lungs, which is very difficult because most of us are short on breath, and it's very difficult to breathe fully and deeply like that. And then begin to take your chin towards the top of your chest. Take an inhale. And then when you exhale, roll your head over to the right. So if you're facing your device, I might look in the opposite direction. But imagine that your ear can come closer to your shoulder. You might even feel a little bit of a stretch in the neck. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our neck, so let's try to release that. Now inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, roll your head to the second side. So now the left ear towards the left shoulder, you might feel a stretch in the neck. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, roll to your right. Inhale, center. And then exhale, roll to your left. Inhale, center, pause. And then exhale, draw your chin so it's level with the mat. If you want to remain lying down, you can. We're just going to move the arms. So it's more connection with the breath. So remember, this video is about slowing down. Kind of like recharging, resetting to deal with everything you need to do for the holiday season, right? So take your arms out to the height of your shoulders. Rotate your arms so your palms face up. And then when you inhale, stretch your arms up. Then when you exhale, resist your arms down. Turn your palms to face up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, resist your arms down. Twice more. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, resist the arms down. And then one more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, resist your arms down. Now bring your arms back out to the height of your shoulders. And see if you can cross your right arm on top of your left, like you're giving yourself a hug. Okay? And then you're going to stay right here. This is entry level. And then if you want a little bit more, you can lift the forearms up. So as the forearms lift, try to get the elbows maybe about the height of your shoulders, but don't strain, don't strain. And then inhale, take the arms, open them up. And then exhale, resist the arms down, pause. And then give yourself a big shoulder roll. Move your arms forward, up, and back, right? And then reverse back, come forward, down, and back. Now take your arms out to the height of your shoulders once again. This time it's the left arm on top of the right. You're giving yourself a big hug. Do you remember when you were little, I don't know, elementary school, junior high, and you'd hug yourself, pretend like you're making out and make a funny joke? Think of that, right? And then perhaps lift the forearms. So this is eagle in the arms if you're doing what I'm doing. If you're hugging yourself, that's the prep for eagle. Garudasana in the arms. And then inhale, open your arms up. Exhale, resist your hands down. And then we're going to come to an all fours position, quadruped. So if you have a mat, great, because you have some padding for your knees. But if you didn't have anything, you could use like a towel, a blanket, maybe an area rug that you fold it over. And we're going to be in a quadruped position, all fours, hands and knees. Your shoulders right above the creases of your wrists, your hips right above your knees, and your lower legs, they're parallel with one another, right? This is called cat-cow. So inhale, lift your heart, lift your chest. And then exhale, round your spine, dome your upper back to the ceiling. Inhale, heart forward, chest is moving forward. Exhale to round. What if your toes are cramping? Then curl your toes under. Inhale, heart forward. Maybe you need more water, more hydration. Exhale, round. Inhale, heart forward. And notice that your neck and your lower back are sharing the same curve. And then exhale to round. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale to round. And then 1 more time. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round, pause. Bring your bottom to your heels, child's pose. In your child's pose, you can determine whether you want your knees close together, whether you want to take them wider apart. It really depends on what's happening with your lower back, right? So if you've got a lot going on with your lower back, you might have to play around with the different positions of where you want the knees to be, meaning closer together or further apart. Sometimes when you're in child's pose, when you look back, you can see your feet. Now you're going to inhale to shift your weight forward. Exhale to curl your toes under. Lift your knees off the mat. Come into downward dog pose. And then if you're on a mat that's kind of slippery, I have these little pads. You might want to use these little pads underneath your hands to help you from slipping around on the mat. And then just to establish that your downward dog is the right size, try to come into it from child's pose, because that usually sets you up for success, right? So then you're going to shift your weight forward, curl your toes under, lift your knees off the mat. You're in downward dog pose. And the inner and outer heels are stretching towards the ground. If they get flat, great. If they don't, that's great too. You're still feeling a stretch at the backs of the legs. And then walk your hands back to meet your feet. Take a forward fold at the back edge of your mat. So when you walk your hands back, that's easier on your lower back. Have all 10 toes pointing forward. Allow your head to hang. If your hands don't reach the floor, you could simply rest your hands on your shins. You could take a hold of opposite elbows. You could have your hands like on a bench or on a lift. And then bring your hands to your outer hips. Draw the belly in. Inhale, come up to stand up. And then when you exhale, just say position yourself probably in the middle of your mat. And when you position yourself in the middle of your mat, you'll have enough room to take your arms out to the sides. So staying with that theme of slowing down, also staying with that theme of keeping connected with the breath, let's do a half sun salute or 2, right? To connect you with your breath, and hopefully it's helping you to slow down and calm down. As you inhale, stretch and reach your arms up. You can take your gaze up. And then exhale, fold. As you fold, hinge from your hips, and you can have a big, generous bend in your knees. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale to fold back down. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. Look up. And then exhale back to center. We're going to do that one more time. Half sun salute. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, fold back down. Now press down into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, come back to center. And then find your way to the front edge of your mat. We're going to take a low lunge. And again, you might need to use a towel or a rug or something to pad your knees, right? So we're just going to continue with syncing our movements with our breath and trying to move slow. As you inhale, reach your arms up, look up. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, lift your chest up. Now when you exhale, step your left foot back and lower your left knee down. So you're in a low lunge. Bring your hands to rest on the top of your right thigh. Now, if your feet are cramping, you can have your back toes curled under, right? So tops of the feet down or toes curled under, but lift up and out of the sides of your waist. Then as you inhale, reach your arms up, look up. And then as you exhale, fold forward and just pause. Begin to curl your back toes under so your back knee lifts. Bring your left foot forward to meet the right. Take an inhale, lift your chest up. Take an exhale to fold back down. Now press down into your feet. Inhale, float your arms up. Look up. And then exhale back to center. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your chest. This time when you exhale, step your right foot back, lower your right knee down, and then begin to bring your hands to rest on your left thigh. Same thing, you're lifting up and out of the sides of your waist. Draw the belly and the sacrum in. Lift your heart, lift your chest, and then inhale, reach your arms up as you look up. Then exhale, bring your hands to frame your front foot, curl your back toes under so your back knee lifts. Bring your right foot forward to meet the left. Take an inhale, lift your chest up. Take an exhale to fold. You're going to press down into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. And then exhale back to center. Inhale, float and reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your chest up. And when you exhale, step back to a push-up position. Shift your way forward. Place your knees on the mat very slowly, and then bend your elbows and come all the way down to the mat. Okay, so we're going to set up for back bend. So back extension is very important. When we're stressed out, we tend to close our chest. We want to open our chest for better full breathing. If it's too much to have your arms by your sides for Cobra, you could bring your arms like this. This is Sphinx pose. Otherwise, bring your hands in line with your chest. Your feet are about hip socket distance apart, maybe together, and then inhale, lift your chest up. Low Cobra, broad across the heart and the chest. Collarbones spread wide. You're lifting your chest. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, lower down, curl your toes under, push into the ground. You can keep your knees on the floor. Lift your chest up. Then lift your knees up. Draw back to down dog. Take a few breaths in your down dog. Allow your head to hang. And gaze at the feet or at the middle of your mat. You're not trying to take your head up, but you're also not trying to take your head down. Take an inhale here. And then when you exhale, bring your feet forward. Lift your heart, inhale. Fold back down, exhale. Press down into your feet, inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale back to center. Bring your arms behind you, interlace the fingers with each other. Here's a great place where you might need to use a strap or a towel, right? So if it's hard for you to hold onto your hands, you have a strap or a towel, you could use that instead, okay? So we're just gonna take a standing back bend. You're gonna bring your arms behind you, interlace the fingers with each other, press down into your feet, inhale, lift your chest up, and then exhale, think about sending your upper back towards your chest, soft gaze up, maybe at a single point on the ceiling. Stay here, inhale. And then exhale, release. because it is the holiday season, let's throw in a tree, right? All right, so all 10 toes are pointing forward. And you can have your right foot just stay on the floor, right? You could have your support of the wall. If you're feeling a little bit more upward, you could take your sole of right foot high to your left inner thigh. So now we've got a little hip opening. We got another leg that's neutral. You can bring your hands to your heart and just try to settle your gaze on something that's not moving. Keep the muscles of your face relaxed, your jaw relaxed. Maintain the lift of the heart and the chest, and maybe you grow your tree. I know I'm a little bit corny with tree and Christmas. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Release your leg that's in tree. Maybe bend the knees, straighten the legs. Right? So the tree pose, right? You could use the wall, right? You can keep your foot on the floor, right? Or if you want to go really for the full expression, the left foot is high to the right inner thigh. Bringing the hands to the heart center, settling yourself, settling your gaze, settling your focus, maintaining that smooth, steady quality of the breath. And then remain there, or maybe grow the branches of your tree. Keep the belly drawing in, the sacrum drawing in. Maybe look up. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, hands to your heart. Release your leg that's in tree and take your legs as wide as they are long. Bring your hands to your outer hips, draw the elbows behind you. And then inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. And exhale, bow and fold forward. You can keep your hands on your waist. If you want to repeat that standing back bend, you could take a chest expansion here. You're opening the chest, expanding the breath. Or maybe you want to bring your hands to the floor, to your ankles. But choose a position where you can sustain a wide leg forward fold for a few breaths. Your kneecaps are lifted, your quads are lifted. If the hands are on the waist, you're kind of using your hands at the waist, kind of like a little bit of a corset. Allowing the head to hang. Chin is parallel to the floor. Maintain that the belly is drawing in to protect the lower back. And then inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Come back up to stand up. And then exhale, join your feet together, pause, and establish Tadasana. You're rooted through the four corners of each foot, Kneecaps lifted, quads lifted. Heart and chest lift up, shoulders roll back and down, chin level with the ground. Tadasana. Keeping that connection with your breath. Smooth, steady inhales. Smooth, steady exhales. Take your legs wide apart once again. Hands on hips. And then turn your whole right leg out. Turn your left toes in, left heel out. Open your arms to the height of your shoulders. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come into warrior two. Right heel lines up with left arch. And then when we're connecting the movement with the breath, let's inhale, reach the arms up, straighten out your knee. Exhale, open the arms, bend the knee. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. You're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. Soft gaze over the right middle finger. Stay here for the inhale. Then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Parallel your legs and we'll change sides. Try to keep the movements slow and refined. Turn your whole left leg out. Turn your right toes in, right heel out. Open your arms to the height of your shoulders. Inhale. Then exhale, bend your knee, coming up to warrior two, second side. As you inhale, reach your arms up and straighten out your left knee. Then exhale, resist the arms down, bend your knee, kind of like we did in that seated position at the beginning of the class. Inhale, reach the arms up, or the beginning of the video. Exhale, open, bend, and extend. Twice more. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. One more time. Inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and extend. Pause. Look over your left middle finger. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, straighten out your left knee, parallel your legs. Bring your legs back together. Come back to Tadasana, like coming back home. Notice the quality of your breathing. the quality of your mind. Come to the front edge of your mat. Take an inhale to reach your arms up. Look up. Take an exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, step back to plank. And you can lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, either Cobra or up dog. This is the up dog version, if you're going a little bit deeper. And then exhale to down dog. Take 2 breaths in down dog. And then lower your knees, pause, and breathe. You can sit on your feet. You can sit in between your feet. Slowing down, staying connected to your breath. And then bring your legs out in front of you. And you'll take a seated twist. So draw your right knee in towards you. You can cross the right leg over or not. You can have both knees bent or have one leg straight. Right arm behind you, left arm up. Inhale, grow tall. And then exhale, twist and turn and look over your right shoulder. It's really good to twist for your digestion and elimination because it's the holiday season. We're probably eating and drinking a little bit more than we normally do. So it's good to make sure that you're twisting to squeeze and soak your internal organs and move things around. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, unwind. Lean backwards, extend the legs forward and straight, and pause. Place your hands underneath your left thigh, draw your left knee in towards you. You can take a twist here. You can cross the leg over. You can have both knees bent, right? So you just go where your energy level is and where you're at the practice today. Bring your left arm behind you, reach your right arm up, inhale. And then exhale, twist and turn and look over your left shoulder. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. One more inhale. Then exhale, unwind. Free your legs forward and straight. You can use a block for this next one. It's a bridge pose, right? So bridging the gap. Lay on your back. So if you have a block, you could lift your hips up and place the block underneath your lower back and sacrum for a supported bridge pose. You don't have a block. You're just going to bring your arms underneath you, interlace the fingers with one another. So whether you have a block or not, you're trying to get the inner thighs to spin down, the outer thighs to spin up, and lengthening your sitting bones towards the backs of your knees. Keep the neck even on all sides. Stay here, inhale. Then when you exhale, release the arms, release the block, ripple through your spine. So the upper back, mid back, and low back and sacrum are coming down. And then take a really passive spinal twist to your right. You can have your knees together. You can have your hands resting at your outer thigh. And then take another inhale to come to center. Exhale, take that spinal twist to the second side. You might have to shimmy yourself depending on the space you have. And then come back to center. Even yourself out and then allow the legs to extend out. So remember I said, if you're new to the practice, this is the best way to start. So we always complete, not always, but most of the time we complete the practice in a reclined position. Final resting pose, Shavasana. Notice the quality of the inhales, the quality of the exhales. Give yourself time to do nothing. Give yourself time just to reset and prepare yourself for what you have to do for the rest of the day, for the rest of the month. When you're ready, take an inhale to reach your arms overhead. Take an exhale to draw your knees in towards you. You can rock yourself a little bit from side to side, maybe even forwards and backwards. And then take one arm overhead, could be right or left, and roll to that side. Pause there. And then use your hands to bring yourself up to sit up. So when you sit up, it could be on your feet. It could be in between your feet. It could be with your shins crossed. And then sit up tall. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Spread the collarbones wide apart. And then observe the quality of your breathing. Observe the quality of your mind. And don't forget to slow down. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that red button Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I teach live every week. Thank you to my YouTube community. I hope everyone is having a safe and happy holiday season. Join me again next week as we continue our journey of yoga on YouTube. Again, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up, hit that red button, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much. Namaste. Peace out, yogis. And ciao for now.